be 100 with you. I love this shit. I love the hustle, I love the chase, I love the money.
Today, we are bad bitches, not sad bitches. If you plan to be a sad bitch for the day, go take you a nappy nap, get a snack, and get yourself right. After that, come with me, there's fuckery to spread. Let's go.
Hey people, what's up? Welcome back to another video. So not much to update. I mean, Modeen is saying that Blocked has locked in it. Cool. All right. And he seems to be in a tropical country, judging by the palm trees and the state of the vehicles. You know, just saying, I can kind of guess where he is, but I won't because I don't know. I could be wrong. Or it could be right, who knows. But what I want to talk about is that, you know, Modeen and Chelsea Art has their own thing, whatever type of relation or relationship they have, that's on them. Whether it works out or doesn't work out, that's really on them. What I want to talk about, other than the Modeen CLA thing, is that there has been a lot of discussions online involved in the Elphaba drama. I touched on this in my last video, and I'm still seeking more information. Now, Jenny has been leaving comments on that video, and I really want to speak to Jenny about this entire situation because I find it fair if Jenny has a chance to defend herself. I find it fair that if anybody that's accused of anything has a chance to defend themselves, because I've been on the internet for a long time and I've seen where people accuse other people justifiably, and they're right, and I've seen people get accused when the truth has been twisted and skewed. So I always wait and get confirmation, and I look at the facts myself before jumping the gun and accusing somebody of something they might have actually not done. I'm just saying, based on my experience, based on what I've witnessed, what I've seen online, I think that would be fair. So I'm still gonna hear back from Jenny and take into account what Jenny has to say about the entire situation, as well as look at the facts of the matter and see what is up. Other than that, like I said, a lot of discussion has been going around about Dave the Rave, recent Elphaba drama, especially with the Jenny situation and her 12-year-old being involved in a situation allegedly. And there's also talk about Sobriety Jack, but Sobriety Jack seems to be swinging back. It wasn't that long ago that Sobriety Jack was taking a remote to the poop shoot, you know where. But it seems a lot of people, and I've also noticed this on the internet, some people can swing back from things even though they've committed certain things that are like completely gross, while other people can't swing back from it. It's like on the internet, it isn't fair, and some people get a pass, other people don't get a pass and get buried and can't come back. So people, tell me what your thoughts are in this entire situation. Once again, it hasn't been that active. Elphaba has her own things happening in her life. CLA has her own things happening in her life. Tony is still raising awareness, you know, doing well with the website and whatnot. And we have a whole host of other people. But hey, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be around. So I'd love to hear from you. So leave me a comment. Make sure you subscribe. I'd really, really appreciate it. Also, please, please, please share this video. It really helps me out with the algorithm, and I greatly appreciate it. And hey, that's it. Thank you for listening to this. I really do appreciate it. And cheers. Take care. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
We've had this morning, and the people who are working on this case behind the scenes and quite literally handing everything over to the police and probably social services, that we have had confirmation from an ex-friend who has said that yes, that person was in those group chats. And also with that as well, we have received information that mental health cards are being played because of medication reasons. And I will say right now, there are amazing hunting teams up and down the country that when offenders get caught, the mental health card is played. The mental health card gets thrown out by all judges as not a reasonable excuse to do that to anybody who is underage, because to be quite frank, if you can play the mental health card to defend your actions like we have seen, then quite frankly, you do need to go and watch these amazing teams like Stop, like TFN, like Cobra, who are amazing, who like I'm thinking off my head right now quite quickly, like Pompeii Protecting Innocence, like all those amazing teams. And if you would like to know about these teams, go onto Facebook, search a profile for Nimrod Gumshoe, and Nimrod Gumshoe has all the daily list of any things. And also London Overwatch, they are London based. There are teams up and down the country. Dank, for instance, Predator Exposure, who are amazing. They've been around for years. There are many teams out there. People need to educate themselves. This is about safety. This is about safeguarding now. This is not about attacking people. This is literally about safeguarding. And if you have the audacity, the quiet audacity to blame mental health, to put anybody in that position, to quite literally be a decoy, then you're wrong. And also with that as well, and I'm going to say this loud and proud till I am blue in the face. Any hunting teams out there, when they ask for pictures, it is always someone 18 plus who gives permission to do so. And it has to be a picture of them. And they have to provide proof that it is them over 18 to provide pictures. And while we're on that subject as well, because it's really sort of got to us in a way. You cannot excuse. Why would you want to excuse putting someone in that position who is quite literally not consenting to this? You have to be. Nobody under the age of 16 can give consent.
Can I just ask
Parental
the one question? Because
not responsibility.
You hear the whole, oh, we removed her from the group. Why was she in the group in the first place?
Exactly.
I'm in WhatsApp groups. None of my kids are in them. None of them. And my kids are a lot older. I don't have my kids involved in adult stuff.
Neither do my kids. My kids don't have WhatsApp.
I mean,
why was the in there in the first place? She should never have been in there in the first place.
No.
Listen, observer, this is about awareness now. What has happened is that big red key has knocked the door down. It is on its hinges. And because awareness is the key to making any case solid, this is why awareness is important. And while I'm speaking of awareness, I have the receipts, quite literally, of Jenny in Only a Tony Officials Live, when he said he was coming to Manchester on the 30th of January, when he said about going up, getting exposure and awareness, awareness on Elphaba, Orion Doherty. Somebody turned around, Tony turned around and said, I want to go up there, what do people think? Jenny said, and I have the screenshots, the guys have seen this, have the screenshots of Jenny turning around saying, leave it to the police. That was in capitals with exclamation marks, if I'm right. Then somebody turned around and said to Jenny, you're new to this, keep out of it, essentially.
I've come from it, I do not care. But as a mother, as a survivor, as a hunter, I will go to the ends of the earth to protect kids.
I mean, I'm going to say this now, right, that I have seen a fair few comments from someone in this live saying that the information that we got was doctored. It was not doctored. We have seen the proof.
The only way it was even remotely thingy is when I had to cover it up to cover numbers, because despite what they've done to me, I don't dox people.
Yeah.
I mean,
You don't get much benefit when you dox people.
But don't worry, guys, because all of those digital fingerprints will be in your cloud data, and there is fuck all you can do to remove it.
Exactly.
So if all of that's there, who else have you done it to?
Wait,
What
hang
else
on.
have you done? How many times have you decoyed your kids out? It will all come to light.
Oh, and by the way, just two other quick things. First quick thing. It wasn't just a ride you went for, was it? And the second thing is, it is now, we've got the evidence out there now. It is a case of safeguarding and getting the conversation open about, now this has happened, where do we go from here?
Okay,
That has to be now, because the police are probably dealing with this. Thanks to Miss Red's live yesterday, I'm going to say this openly, I've said it to many people since yesterday morning. There was 4,000 people in there. No face, no case. Put that up. Okay, I forgive him for doing it live and putting those numbers out there, because those numbers will be easily traced back to your phone providers. That's another thing. And also as well, the whole thing about all of this has now come out. The main thing we have to be concerned about as responsible, complete adults is the safeguarding and where we go from here. The conversation has been flown open on such a public platform that people are now coming forward as saying, yeah, that's happened to me, or yeah, I have had evidence. Where do we go from here now? That is the big question. That not only
You make an example out of the group, so it sends the message to everyone else. How many other parents out there have been using the kids as decoys, thinking, oh, it's all right, they're in the same rooms? We know that needs highlighting. That is child abuse.
The one comment I seen was from Jenny JJ Exposed. She said, Jenny said caseworkers and their local police said that we're innocent. I'm going to respond to that. Actually, with everything that Jenny has lied about, I guarantee that's a lie too.
Can I just say about that? They were on Miss Red's live around 11 a.m. So you're telling me they've got up, got the kids to school, gone on Miss Red's live, then gone to the police station and made a full statement, then gone to social services and made a full statement, then picked the kids up and carries on. You can't just walk into a police station and make a statement. You've got to have an appointment to do it. So that's a load of bullshit.
You walk into a police station saying, hang on a minute, people are having to go at me because I allegedly decoyed my kid. The first thing the police are going to say is, let's see the evidence where you have turned around where this has come from.
You lose the phone straight away. The phones would have been taken straight away.
It is it has got more holes in than Swiss cheese.
Yeah. That's funny. Somebody's like, who's Red Ginger? I'm the Canadian creator on here that freaking hobnob or knobhead fucking talks about but doesn't want to say my name. That's who I am. So Karma, now you know.
And Karma's one of our friends, Red.
Okay.
Carol talking, I'm just going to quickly do something.
I mean, like, obviously, like, Cheshire, Crow and Pigeon already know this, but my partner were going through something where he was falsely accused. And the police actually turned around and said, right, let me take your phone off you. So they did, and they was able to trace back, because he's got iCloud. They were able to trace from, obviously, from last year all the way back to 2020. And it was actually proved, right, that he was being telling the truth and she's been lying. So Jenny needs to watch out, because the minute they take their devices off them, it'll all be on there. And it doesn't matter whether she gets a new device or what, it'll still be on there.
I am behaving. I couldn't remember. I'm verbal dyslexic, okay? I can't remember which way his name was supposed to be read. It's not in front of my face. I'm trying to behave.
No, it'll be both the police and social services. Sorry, comment there. It will be both.
Yeah.
Child abuse.
The one thing I said to Pidge off TikTok was how easily this child was doing this. It seems like it's more than one time, because in my video I made, I said, you would hear a young child going in a video, why am I doing this? What is this? Why? I want to go, like, just normal, regular kid things for that age. Not sitting there like nonchalantly going, okay, this one. Like, it just doesn't make sense. It just seems like they've done it before.
And
I'm not
saying at the end, oh, this is fun. It's far from fun. Far from it.
They're like psychosomatic messing with their kid, thinking that this is okay, but it seems like it's so easy and it's been done before. Now, I'm not 100% fact on that. That's my opinion. That's my view by looking at law and understanding law and how people do this to kids. Okay, I've had somebody go after my daughter when she was young. Online, 3 adults tried to play a game with my kid. Okay, so I'm very passionate about when people do this to kids. I get very, very, very angry. Look, my neck's already getting red. But it's just, it seems like it was too nonchalant the way that when they were recording her, as if it's been one time before or 2 times before or count whatever. It was so just laxed. It just didn't fit right with me if this was the first time the kid's ever been involved in something like this. Now, I'm not putting 100% fact on that. That's my opinion. That's what I
felt like. It would just felt like that she knew what she was doing.
exactly.
Yeah, it was like it was
She'd been
almost
coached
like
into doing it.
it was like a conversation you have with your kids over the dinner table. How was school today?
Yep.
It was like that kind of a, do you know what I mean? Like that relaxed atmosphere.
Yeah, and there's been a comment in here that says, why do people try to decoy? Never mind using children. Right, I'm going to say it now from a next decoy's point of view. The way we did it, we obviously never made the first contact because that's entrapment. And 2, won't you rather a peddler talk to a decoy than an actual child? Because when you think about it, when they're talking to a decoy, they're leaving an actual child alone. And yes, it is mentally draining. Yes, it can be really upsetting thinking, why is a grown adult thinking about a child like this? But we'd rather go through that than an actual child, because some of us are actually a lot stronger to cope with it and get over it than a child is.
And I have to say, and I will say this openly and honestly now,
Moni's just made a good point there.
Don't ever decoy anyone. Leave it to the teams and the decoys.
Leave it to the teams who...
Just that's a very serious note. Leave it to the decoys and leave it to the teams.
Because I mean, I had to go through at least 4 weeks worth of training to make sure that I was doing everything by the book.
Yeah.
The way you talk, the way your body, everything, to pretend to be a younger version of yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it was awful. I mean, as soon as like 3 o'clock hit, or like over in like UK time, that's when I was like, right, this child has finished school. I need to get into that mindset. I mean, I was even asking, like me, I was even asking my nieces who were like the same age as the decoy that I was using. I was like, right, what's the latest trends now with you lot? What's this? What's that? What music are you into? We had to do like little bits of research like that to make it 100% believable.
Yeah, like. Yeah, and the way the slang is nowadays, right? For them, it's constantly changing, and
so much different.
It's so much, but you have to do it to get these wrongings out of the picture. Like you got to do what you got to do. So yes, it does take a lot of time for training. And Duck, I love that you had that as a life, because there are so many bad people everywhere, and I think that they need to be locked up, honestly, because then they can't hurt anybody else and leave trauma scars on little children that have to live with that for the rest of their life.
Just quickly as a joke, my girls know what this is now.
He's got the tea.
But I will also say with that as well, the whole thing about what was alleged, the police don't do entrapment. The police,
no, they don't.
Decoys are not entrapment. They literally they are literally in different places, just quietly in the background. They hardly say anything. They only take action when an offender approaches them, starts talking to them. There are certain things which the decoy will say, and I say will say, and if at that point the offender does not back off, that is when the chat starts happening. And it is never sexual from the decoy.
No, it ain't. We never lead. We never lead. And you can guarantee, right, within the first 3 messages, they always state our age. Yeah. Even like throughout the chat, it's just like, yeah, but I'm only so-and-so age. What would my mum think? What do I tell my parents? What is it? I mean, when I went into like the horrible conversation, I mean, like, I've got to admit, the one peddler that I got with when I did the decoying side of it, I mean, I only lasted a month and a half. I just couldn't do it. I really couldn't do it. So I thought, right, I'll go into the security side of it, go on the ground. I'd rather go face to face with him.
I mean,
Which 9 times out of 10, right, I wanted to give him a good, clip around the ear hole, but, I thought, no, I am not making a victim. That's exactly what Jenny's done to Elphaba.
yeah.
She has made Elphaba the victim in this. And that's one thing teams never, ever, ever, ever do, is give them any ammunition to go back on the team.